All aboard the space train. We're going to the moon, if you can afford it. Today, Dave and Rick are going to talk about the broken promise of affordable space travel. Dave would pay to sleep in a space hotel. Rick would rather put that money under a mattress here on Earth. Today, they'll decide if space exploration is worth the money.
Right out of the gate, absolutely. Space travel is a core piece of our nation's character and our history. And I know there are people, probably like Rick, that'll say, we shouldn't be spending money on space exploration. Take a guess, Helen, what percentage of the federal budget is spent on NASA, on space exploration?
On NASA?
Yeah.
4%.
Less than 0.5%.
Really?
Yes, and a lot of that isn't even directly related to space travel because NASA does stuff not related to launching rockets. How would you spend the money?
Well, it's not necessarily a question of how it would spend the money. It's a question of whether I think that's the best use for the money. Is the government really meant to be in the business of space exploration?
Yes.
Because
for one very good reason. I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off, but the government does things that no one else is equipped to do. Like, for example, we wouldn't have a national highway system today if we left it to free enterprise to build. Only the federal government could build a coast-to-coast highway system.
Right, but you just defeated your own argument because you said that no one else is equipped to do. Well, now there are a number of corporations that are sending rockets and satellites to space on a regular basis, and we can kind of take the onus off the government and let private industry take over the business of space exploration, and that's exactly what they're doing, is making it into a business. You know, back in the 60s when the space race started and so forth, it was kind of a military thing, a matter of national security. We got to get to space before the Russians do. Well, that's just not part of the equation any longer. So now, let NASA go quietly into the night and let private enterprise take care of the business of space exploration. What's wrong with that?
Well, the only problem is that, yes, there are companies that are doing things in space, but those companies probably aren't interested in basic scientific research. Like, let's go to the moon and find out what the moon is made of. Is it cheese? What kind of cheese? You know, private companies don't want to do that because it has no immediate financial payoff. So again, only the government will do that. But there are awesome commercial ventures springing up. Richard Branson's Virgin Galactic, for $250,000, for $250,000, you can buy a seat to go into a suborbital flight and experience zero G for 15 minutes.
Let's go right now.
I would do it if I had the money.
buying?
I swear that I would sell both of you if I could get enough money to go into space today.
You wouldn't get $250 for both of us. I don't
If I
think
thought
so.
I could.
I'm ready to call it for this week, and I'm calling Dave the winner of this topic because I am a huge Star Trek fan, and I think we need to go to space, the final frontier, and I'll pool our resources to do it. What do you guys think? Let us know on Facebook, Twitter, or email, and we will see you next time on Geek vs. Geek.